The nerd is the new cool kid. Oh yeah, the nerd is the new cool kid. See, back in the day, you made fun of the nerds, right? Most of them wore funny glasses, you know, might have wore their pants all the way up while yours was sagging. They was the nerds. They did all their work, got A's and B's in school, wasn't cracking no jokes and stuff, took education serious, you know, hung amongst themselves and crews with other nerds. The nerds is the new cool kids. You remember the nerds? You picked on them, laughed at them. You thought they was weak. You even sometimes you took things from them. And then you said, you called them names. You called them a nerd. Probably smacked them in the back of the neck, right? And then there was times where you needed them because they had all the answers. You wanted to cheat off of them. And even though some of them gave you the answers, you still ain't have no respect for them. Still treated them like a nerd. It's crazy, man. I can't make this up. The nerd is the new cool kid. But how is that possible? Because the nerds wanted nothing like the cool kids. Well, who were the cool kids? The cool kids was the guys that came in. Even the girls were cool kids. They came in, they had all the newest, latest footwear, all the Jordans. You know, they were flashy, the most popular. You remember the cool kids. Everybody wanted to be like the cool kids. They had it made. Even the teachers respected the cool kids more than the nerds. The teachers would help the cool kids pass just to get grade level grades. The nerds didn't need that help, but the cool kids, they were so charismatic and they were so charming, you know, they could talk their way into a passing grade. The cool kids, everybody loved them. You know, the ones that was on the corner after school, hustling, showing off their money when you ain't have no money, getting all the luxury things at a young age, you know, when you were struggling, getting all the girls when the girls turned you down because you was a nerd. But the cool kid, he was known all throughout the hood. Pocket stayed fat. Every now and then, he would get in trouble with the law. And when he came home, he was even more famous, even more cool. While You was working a job, just trying to make things meet, find your way. But the cool kid, he would come home from jail, right? And accumulate more money in 6 months of being home than you've accumulated in 6 months of being free. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll be like, damn, how he winning like that and he just got out? And I've been here the whole time and I'm struggling. You know why? Because you was the nerd. And the cool kid broke laws. The cool kid tested himself. Took more risk. Made a lot of sacrifices. Sacrificed his freedom. And everybody values that. But the nerd didn't get that love. The cool kid had the cause. The fame. The status. The crew. But you was hardly noticed. You was the nerd, the schoolboy, the one who was doing the right thing. When you try to talk to the girls that was fine, real fine, you remember them fine ones? They ain't had no time for you. They wanted to be with the cool kids. The cool boys. What she look like giving you some play? You the smart one, the nerd. Fast forward. Look what happened to the cool kids. Now, the nerd is the new cool kid. The same cool kids that was running around back in the day, they behind bars now. Or they just getting out now, trying to reestablish themselves, right? They wishing that they didn't make decisions that they made when they was trying to be so cool. I remember on a hip hop album, it was a skit saying, everybody talking about be cool, be cool, be cool. If you be too cool, you're gonna lose. If you be too cool, you're gonna lose. Look at the nerd now. Yeah. Right now, the nerd is driving up to the fast food restaurant in his new BMW to get some food for the kids. The nerd got a beautiful wife. Drop dead gorgeous. And guess what? His wife a nerd too. They living well. Living really well. They not struggling not one bit. Because they got excellent credit, careers, nice paying salaries, not wanting for much, taking nice vacations maybe once or twice a year. The nerd. The nerd is the new cool kid. He's at the drive-thru with his family, and the old cool kid is saying, "How you doing? May I take your order?" And the nerd, who's now the new cool kid, is looking at the old kid, the old cool kid, like, "Damn, homie. In high school, you was the man, homie. What the fuck happened to you?" The same one that clowned him, the same one that hurt his feelings, that was picking on him, is now in the drive-thru taking his order. But the nerd, who's now the new cool kid, is not even holding no grudges. Because he understands life and understands the value of living right and the education that he got and the steps that he took to make it to where he is. He values the intelligence that he had, that he used. Because people don't always use what they have. You got people that's highly intelligent doing dumb-ish. Now that shorty that turned down a nerd, she's actually attracted to him now. You know? She trying to throw it on him when he away from his wife. Sending him little signals. "I remember you. I remember you. Don't you remember me?" Yeah, he remember you. He remember you well. He remember all them times where you fleed him away when he was trying to get to know you better. He remember all them times where you used him and took advantage of him at a young age because he was the smart one. He remember all the things that went down when he was the nerd and she was the cool kid. But she want him bad now. But the problem is, he don't want her. She got too many miles on her now. She looking ran down now. She got more miles than a 72 Honda Civic. What'd he say? More miles than a 72 Honda Civic. And now she want to holler at the old nerd who's now the cool kid. He ain't got time for her because his wife is bad with no baggage and less mileage. And he's straight. It's crazy how the tables turn. Teach your kids to be the nerd. Even if they look at you like, "Well, you ain't no nerd." Tell your kids, "Well, I don't want you to be like me." And tell them why. Tell your kids that you want them to be better than you. 10 times better than you. I would never want any of my kids to be like me. I would want my kids to be greater than me. You feel me? Go to levels I tried my best to reach but came up short. I want my kids to conquer those levels. So I would never tell or want my kids to be like me. I want them to be like the nerd. The nerd is the new cool kid. You know what? Forget being a cool kid. Because the nerds, they running things now. Peace.